Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Darth Vader Annual, issue number 2. Alright, so Charles Soule isn't writing this, but that's quite alright. Chuck Wending is on this, and Leonard Kirk is penciling. Loves me some Leonard Kirk. I met him up north for a little while. Really, really good artist. Walden Wong and Scott Hanna are the inkers. Nolan Woodard is on colors, and yeah. Anyway, so this was surprisingly good. All right, look, Charles Soule has been just murdering it on this series. This is just one of the best series that Marvel is putting out. One of the best titles, period. Then all of a sudden, Chuck Wending comes along. I'm like, oh man, what's Chuck Wending doing on this thing, man? I like Chuck. But what's this dude come muscling in on here for? What's going on here? And he decides to write this story that's basically a prequel to Rogue One. Yeah, that's right, with Jyn Erso and all that. This dude comes in here and he's got Governor Tarkin, not Grand Moff yet. No, just Governor Tarkin. He suddenly gets put in charge of Darth Vader. Now, that's interesting. That's genuinely interesting right there. Vader isn't liking it. He's thinking about hurting this dude, but he's not allowed to. If you remember from earlier, Palpatine said there's only one guy you can kill whoever and however many of my generals and admirals and whatever that you want, but don't lay a hand on Tarkin. That means don't use the Force either. Force choking awesome. You know what I'm saying? So he's basically on a leash, and then Palpatine hands that leash over to Tarkin. Maybe it's just for this issue. I hope it's just for this issue, but yeah, he gives him a certain level of control over him. Vader hates Tarkin right now, but he's okay with that because push, shove, he serves the Emperor. And that's all that counts. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have any ideals of taking over everything. He doesn't want to take over from the Emperor. He doesn't want to become the new Sith Master. You know what I'm saying? He's happy just being the Sith Lord. So it's in a weird situation. If you understand also the rule of two from Darth Bane, Bane would get upset if an apprentice wasn't interested in taking over. It's like, your purpose is to kill me so that you could take over and then take on your own apprentice, and the cycle just continues. So yeah, he's not happy with Vader, but so maybe this is just a way of kind of putting Vader on that leash and saying, hey man, better get some kind of motivation together. The only thing that Vader enjoys doing is killing Jedi. And while he can't do that here, he does enjoy the idea of finding traitors to the Empire, and he enjoys figuring out what exactly it is that these guys are building, namely the Death Star, and how it is so destructive. There's a robot sent at the end that causes the stir that gets, what's his name? Galen Erso's wife, can't remember her name, to start saying, hey, we need to get out of here. This needs to stop. Let's get our daughter. Let's just get out of here. Let's stop, everything that we're doing, and let's just hide. Well, a droid is sent that is set up to self-destruct and give a warning message and a moral message to Jyn Erso's mother. And it's interesting because I'm wondering, did Darth Vader send it? Who could have possibly sent that? Because that was pretty interesting. I'm thinking it's Vader. My money's on Vader. It gives the question mark, will this be continued? Oh man, I hope so. I really do hope so. Good read. Really good read. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.